What is up? What is up? I just wanted to make sure things were going as usual. Actually, today things didn't flip around. If you follow my streams, I'll start a stream, then it changes. I don't know. Hopefully, I can stop talking about it every single time I stream. Yeah, basically, I'd start a stream and it says I'm playing a game or the title's an update, but it looks like everything worked first try, which is nice. So, I'm B Smitty. I'm on Instagram, Twitter, Snapchat. Everything is OG B Smitty. So Instagram, OG B Smitty. The Twitter, OG B Smitty. Of course, here on Twitch, twitch.tv/OG B Smitty. Hit that follow button. Above me is the follow jar. Adds to the follow jar. Still need to. There's always things I need to do, but I just don't get to them. Like I need to have the jar like where it's at and fill up from there. It just starts off blank every time. I need to figure that out. I still need to figure out the app, which the app worked great. I just need to figure out if I can actually do these jars or and the alerts at all in general from the app. So I haven't looked into that. I'm still gonna stream from the phone even if I don't get that figured out. It's kind of like that's my theme of life too. I still just do. If I want to do something, I just do it. I just learn by doing, and eventually I'll fix something or whatever. Music that you're hearing, if you can hear it in the background, I think I'll have it a little bit louder than last time, hopefully. It's all music I have available to me through a web or music service, basically. So I pay, and I'm able to play the music. So no copyright issues and that type of thing. So I'm gonna actually edit some photos from the live stream we did here on Twitch. Let's start off with the beach balls. So yeah, if you were following my IRL stream out in the real world taking photos, this was just super random. I was actually in a parking lot, kind of like in a somewhat of an alley situation, walking out. I was actually talking about something. I don't even know what I was talking about. Just out of the corner of my eye, through a gap in some trees, these beach balls. I just caught my eye, and so I went through. Had to go under some tree branches to get to this little area. Kind of like one of those random things that like you just never think about doing, and that's why those are the things I've actually really enjoyed photographing. What I've kind of grown to love over the few years. I've been kind of adjusting, like not adjusting, but like the way, like I feel like as a photographer, you kind of like, I don't know, you evolve and things change in your brain of what you like to do, and sometimes it's just breaks of what you normally do to something else. But yeah, I don't know what I'm talking about. So let's just get into it. So yeah, my Instagram again is OGBSmitty, at OGBSmitty. Pretty interesting. I've actually never listened to. I just threw on an album through the music service. Just wanted to be instrumental, and let's go for it. So, I'm not trying to think too hard to that. Just to have some background noise as I'm like editing at the same time. If I'm not always talking, it's not just silence. Just gonna kill some of this yellow here. Not too much. Bring up some. Oh, getting aggressive. Yeah, if you follow my stream, I've been having these like gnarly neck pains, like really, really bad. And I've been doing like stretches. Like right now, it's like when I look to my left, it's like super like I just feel like muscles being pulled. So like me just being like this, I need to like probably sit more straight. um, by working on like these weird neck stretches and like trying to like focus on like bettering things. You know, I don't know. But I've been like trying to get like really motivated and like kind of changing my, which is like my brain works just creative, like creative things, creative things. Don't really worry about like myself in the sense of like health and that type of things. I kind of just, I don't really think much into it. I'm not like a really much of a food person. I like pizza and I like Pepsi. I like Red Bulls, Monsters, all that kind of stuff. The things that aren't really that fantastic for your system if that's all you're consuming. But I've been working on kind of like adjusting it. And I've been catching up. I'm like so far technically behind on Yoon Olsen's vlogs. Um, I think maybe a winter I'll probably catch up on some, even if they're in the past. Um, but there's like it's like some been wanting to watch. He got recently married, and they got a new house, all this kind of stuff. There's like some like pinpoint videos I wanted to like kind of catch up on and that type of thing. And his videos are really good to watch, just because of how they like how they kind of. It's not like I think I thought of a word. Now it's not really the right word, but like a certain standard. That might sound like kind of like it's pretentious or something. I mean, obviously they have a big house. You know, that is what it is. But I think how they kind of like, I mean, anyone can have, someone can have money in the house, and all this stuff, but not present how they kind of their persona and how they kind of. Maybe that's just the thing. Maybe that's how they project to me. They can project to other type of people. Um, I've even said this to Mary, where I feel like Yoon's actually me in another country, other side of the world, wherever he exactly is. Um, I don't know exactly where he is on the globe, but like it's so crazy the way he thinks, the way he approaches things is like very much how my brain works. I feel like that's why I've done everything I've done in my life and why I continue to create. Um, it's super interesting to me when I see people of my age or people that I even know, how they like seem to like. It's a very like. I feel like it's a very common thing. I feel like it's something that's going to change in the next. I mean, personalities are personalities, that's for sure. But I think, um, like in 50 years, a lot more people are going to have a lot more of a drive and motivation to continue to do what they love to do. I think right now it's a mindset, and it'll always be that too. But I think there's going to be more of an opportunity to harness what you need to do that. For me, it comes very easily. Like I know what I like and I know what I like to do, and I do those things. Like to me, it's always been very simple. I mean, there's been situations in my life where those tasks where it's like this is what I like to do and I like to do these things has caused problems, I guess, too. But it's also the hardcore thing about it all is it's your life, um, and that's super important. I mean, it's super important. I think if there's like a core person that's causing a rift in that situation, that's where a simple conversation can solve it. I think that's another psychological thing. It's having conversations about it. If something's not right, doesn't seem right. Say if you want to be a painter and you're like, I just really need another hour of time, and you're with someone that's not letting you have that hour of time. Have you talked to them about that hour of time? or are you sacrificing an hour of sleep, an hour normally that you're doing something else? I think a lot of it's just psychological, but I think that's why I think in 50 years, that's a whole psychological thing that I think people have been like accustomed to. Like, okay, you're in your 30s, it's time to just sit with the newspaper, kind of you're supposed to do these things now. And I think they're still trying to teach that, where like a structure. Like, I think life. I think, and people do need structure. Absolutely, there's people who definitely need structure. Me, I think. I mean, yeah. I mean, I like being creative. If I'm not being creative, I am just not that happy. Um, and me and being creative is very subjective. Me, I could be doing a thing, but if my camera's not on my shoulder, I'm very much more happier than if I'm somewhere and I don't have my camera on my shoulder. It's like things that like that. I mean, someone could be like, I'm only happy if I'm in this room with this paintbrush, and that's the only time I'm happy. Then you have to figure out how to maximize that time without buzzkilling yourself in other ways. Um, and some of it's just super, like, it's almost like facing the facts of your own self. Like, if that's what you like to do, then I mean, that's what you should be doing. Like, you have no business doing things that interrupt that you're not, like, I don't know. That's a whole nother spiel. I don't even know where I'm going with all this. I don't even know where I'm going. But I think the story of that whole thing is, with me and that, like, kind of like the you and Olsen thing, is that I'll do whatever to kind of continue to do what I want to do and make other people happy. That's kind of what I like. Those are the things. That's how I live my life. It's creating, making people happy, and you have to find the right path to make that happen. Like, you can't just. I mean, you can get lucky, and you have money, or you've worked a long time to be able to do it, or you have, what I've always done. This is what I've always done. Even when I was employed at places, I never I never felt like I was an employee anywhere. Even if, like, I delivered pizzas while owning a photography studio. I managed skate shops while hustling on eBay. I've done like so many, like, I was always doing a side thing. I've shot stuff like, even when I didn't have a studio, I was shooting weddings or doing senior photos, whatever. I always had that thing. I never like so if I had to be employed, then, but I'd never, like, there's people. I worked at a couple jobs that probably everyone that I know personally, if I asked them now, like, this was a while back, like, oh, do you know where I worked at when I from like age 19 to 22? They would have no idea. I never really talked about it because, like, I would just go to that job and I get the heck out of there. And I think that's the thing too. And everyone has their own problems and their own situations and their own things. So obviously, again, very subjective. Depends on your situation. But also jobs to get a job, if you need a job, to allow your creative life to be completely intact. So that could mean multiple things. That could mean a job where you go in at 4 in the morning, you're out by 2, or some crap like that, and get adjusted to go like a 7-hour sleep schedule. So was I still going to sleep at, like, I mean, go to sleep at, like, I mean, where would that be, like, if you had and it depends on driving time and all that, somewhere 8 to 9. If you want 7 hours of sleep, all right, 8 to 9, I'm going to bed. It is what it is. But I'm at 2 and I got all day to be creative. Me, I've learned, and I've talked about this term multiple times, miles, is pockets of time. To me, that's a very key thing to maintaining a creative balance in your head, is pockets of time. I think a lot of time is, like, very, like, it's there, but not in quantity, a good quantity of time. So, like, but it's just about maximizing it. Like this live stream, I even did it that day and I talked about it. It's like I could have went home, but I had an hour, so I had a stream with it. I think I streamed for 45 minutes. I made a stream. I got plenty of photos, so I had a stream, a YouTube video. Now I'm streaming the photos, and I'm going to be posting more photos, and I'm going to post this stream onto YouTube. And that's from taking 45 minutes of my time that I have of an hour of a whole day. That's all I had. That was it. Like I even said there, I was like, I'm kind of tired. I'd actually like to go home and chill for a minute, but sometimes that's just like you kind of have to do that. I don't know. I don't know why I went an hour in. I think. Oh, so this all circles back to something that's not even related in a way. Like I was watching like those. I caught up on 3 of the vlogs today. So, but within those, I was actually like doing a little bit of a workout. Cause that's what I was talking about before. With like but having this gnarly like stiff situation in my neck, like where it like hurts when I turn one way. And I feel like that's me just not getting like any real type of like physical workout. Like obviously I'm walking a lot with like photos and all that type of thing. But, like actual like muscle like my legs are toned, sure, from walking a lot. But like yeah, I mean it's not that much work of taking my Leica and going like this. You know what I mean it's I mean that's not work. You know what I mean like as in working out. So um, that's my next thing. I'm trying to find even more time, which there's time there. Like if I'm watching something, like if it's a late night, I'm kind of chilling. All right, if I'm watching something that's hour long, all right, I'm working out during while I'm watching it, and that's kind of like what I've been working. I already kind of switched to. I made a drink. Where did I put it? Right here. Like kind of like drinking more kind of these types of drinks to kind of get more vitamins. Just like kind of like stuff you add to water, kind of just help out the system a bit more, if you know what I'm saying. 'Cause, yeah, I feel like I get 0 vitamins. I know I had to be getting like no vitamins there for quite a while because I was like just not like consuming anything. Not really like in that shadowed area that much. Let me see. Kind of just want to bring it alive a little bit. A little too much to me, like from what I remember. Kind of want to brighten up the reds, maybe. There we go. That's like that beach ball just popped up. Same thing with the blue. It'd be real interesting with that pool. Yeah, that's nice. So just the little tweaks, make a big difference. Yeah, thanks everyone who's been joining to the stream and just kind of listen to me rant about. I don't even know what the heck I was talking about. Hit that follow button. Adds to the follow jar that's directly above me. Your name appears on the screen, and I know by far I have the best GIF that pops up for new followers on Twitch. Like no one has a better one. That's for sure. I'm actually liking how this is looking, to be honest. Like, I might. Nah. Let me. I swear my trackpad is like on its way out. I mean, I'm running an old trackpad, so it wouldn't really be surprising me. This trackpad's from 2011. I feel like it needs something. Just don't know what though. Maybe let me check out. I was messing with that one, the Dehaze. This song seems louder than the other ones, but I'm gonna just let it roll. Dehaze. Actually, I wanted to see, like almost opposite. Like it feels like, I don't know why, and I've never had it really happen. I feel like just something's like. I actually like what that did. I'm gonna go back to the greens. Actually, brought the greens below 0 on luminance. Just kind of like counter that dehaze tool a little bit. Yeah, I'm having some like neck issues for sure. Well, and I think that's the problem. Like I've been doing like these stretches and like trying to like work out a little bit more, like to kind of maybe like build some like muscle or something to kind of like maybe that kind of help like the soreness. But I think it's like kind of like I'm hoping it's like one of those things where it's going to transition to feeling better. It's obviously stretching it and then working out and stuff kind of makes it like kind of slightly painful. But I'm hoping that kind of like reverses itself. But we'll see. So yeah, I think that's pretty good. I want to see if I pop those reds a little bit more and the blue a little bit more. I'm going to bring it up. Yeah. I like that. That turned out pretty good. Where's my phone? Right here. Right in front of my face. Let's see. So I was in front of, also on that stream, I was in front of this meat sign. So let it load in. It's going to look. There we go. Let's see here. I mean, you can pretty much tell, like, just kind of exactly what I've seen, especially on stream. Like, you can actually see me photograph this live. I don't even remember. I didn't watch it back. I just kind of just sent it over to YouTube as well. Because I know Twitch, I think my live streams stay up for 60 days, I think. Maybe 30 days, I can't remember. So all my photography streams are going to go over to YouTube as well. Let me check on something real quick. Okay, so my YouTube is youtube.com/OGBSmitty. Definitely subscribe over there. But yeah, photography streams will be over at YouTube as well. But yeah, so that stream where I actually photographed this is, you can watch it. I'm not too sure which angle, if it's actually facing me or where I was shooting. But yeah, this was also photographed live, so you kind of get a sense of what I was thinking, or I don't even know what I was really doing, to be honest. But that's also why I like the idea of streaming out photographing. What's going on here? Is it just like, okay. I don't know, I just feel like it's important to me. Yeah, that's pretty good. That's pretty good. I don't even really... I think that's pretty much all I need to do. Not even gonna do anything else. I think I wrapped that one up pretty quickly. Wrapped that one up pretty quickly. This was actually that kind of that alley type area that I was talking about earlier in the stream. one could be interesting. I might try to. It's very like I don't know. This one turned out a bit more moody than I expected. To be honest, it's kind of like it's just I don't know. That light, the lighting is what does obviously, and it's what kind of caught my attention with the shopping cart and the red bars and all that kind of stuff, handles. Let's see. Don't want to lift that too much. Just maybe bring a little bit of detail back in the shadow area. I do want to see. Oh, see, I might do this. Let me bring this back down. It's kind of interesting. Yeah. That's like what I was thinking right there. Right there. No, I think that's good. Might slightly bring that. Alright, yeah, that's good. Bring that to, let's see. Let's do that. I'm just like watching I don't go overboard. Like this is, I need to figure out, I forgot about that in the last stream. I wanted to figure that out. Like I want to see if I can get my mouse onto like the streaming software so you can see my mouse. So I can kind of like point out areas. But the first, like the bar on the right, it's obviously a different shade of red. It's like a brighter red. Just making sure I'm not going too overboard. Like I can select. I mean, I try to waste my time as little as possible, that's like the theme of my life. But that looks good to me. It's already obvious that it's different shades of red from the get. So that actually kind of to me is more interesting than if they were the same. But I obviously use the same adjustments, anyways. And I actually think like obviously it's probably an older cart. And this is a newer cart. Which, this is a faded version. But yeah. Okay, I actually just got a call. I'm gonna make that call back. We got a half-hour stream. I just jumped in real quick. Hit that follow button. I'd appreciate it. And if you're watching on YouTube, hit that subscribe button. We're almost at 200 subscribers. Again, thanks for hanging out. And I'll be back very soon. I have more photos. I actually have more photos to edit within here that I was gonna do, but cutting a little short today. Possibly on later tonight, but I'll definitely be streaming tomorrow. I think it's supposed to rain. I'd like to do like out in the real world, but that's the thing too. Like even if I have to do a stream out in the real world photographing, that's 15 minutes. Let's stream for 15 minutes to make it happen. But that's also why it's going to go over to YouTube. It's obviously going live for 15 minutes. Not everyone's going to be a bit ready and able to watch at the exact time for 15 minutes. So that's why they're also going to be over at YouTube. Again, that's youtube.com/OGPSmitty. Again, Instagram, Twitter, Snapchat, OGPSmitty. Thanks everyone for hanging out, and I'll see you guys soon.